and consumption. Initiatives including but not limited to waste management, recycling water, restoring water and terrestrial ecosystems, mitigating impact of climate change, and of course, renewable and affordable energy, sanitation management, sustainable production and consumption.
There are three major challenges which the world faces nowadays. Number one is the topic of climate change and global warming. Number two is inequality is getting caused. And number three is loss of biodiversity or loss of nature. And all this is basically because of very fast developmental agenda which has happened into the developing world and the developed world over the last 150 odd years. So global warming and climate change topics are indirectly or directly affecting each and every aspect of the economy. And this is the time that the corporations, as well as civil society, as well as the governments, have taken cognizance of the fact and they are working into the right direction. And that's where SABERA has done a wonderful job.
All right, and before we announce who the winners are, may I invite on stage Deepa, my very dear friend, Deepa Day, representing sustainability at the Hindustan Unilevers in the country, and to join her, her better half, can I say that? Mr. Nikhil Day, from Ad Factors, and more so, a coach in soul-to-soul purposeful coaching. Thank you so much. Oh, do we say that on the mic? All right, let's find out who the winners are.
Concept. More than 80 community-based organizations and federations are working under the name of Concept in the districts of Devas and Dhar of Madhya Pradesh. The micro-enterprising unit works on natural resource management and agricultural resource management and 3,000 sapling plantations. 300-acre land has been treated and the storage of water in the dam is about 160,000 cubic meter. The work has led to reduction in soil erosion, enriching soil quality, and in increasing the water table.
Can we hear it out loud for Team Concept? Can we have some music now, some energy? I also want to mention this very unique birdhouse that the winners are getting tonight is thanks to Eco Root Foundation. Rakesh Khatriji, who is the Nest Man of India, who was a SABERA awardee himself. We'll also get to hear a little bit about him. And he volunteered, he said that I enjoyed your show so much, I want to give these nests to all your awardees this year round. So thank you so much. I guess these many sparrows will find a home in India as well. He's the person who actually got back sparrows in Delhi, in case you didn't know that. All right, let's find out who the next winner is.
Dabur, Dabur strives to continuously improve its water footprint and has been working on water conservation projects in Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh, with the intervention including pond rejuvenation and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Close to 3.5 lakh litres of water has been conserved and 8 lakh litres of water storage capacity has been enhanced through mini pond constructions, and the interventions have led to groundwater increase and availability of water throughout the year.
Can we hear it out loud for Dabur? Essentially, these are jury commendations by our jury. They said that while they are doing excellent work, we do not want them to go without the special recommendation from the jury to inspire other people to continue to do these kind of simple interventions, seemingly simple interventions. I think, Beas, I think you should say something. You've been a constant, I guess, a recipient of the SABERA Award. You must say something on behalf of Dabur.
Thank you, and it's always an honor to be here at SABERA and receive this award. It's actually an encouragement, and this birdhouse, sir, is going to be a proud possession for Dabur. Thank you, sir.
Thank you and congratulations. And hopefully we'll meet you over dinner. Let's find out now who the winners for this particular category are. Can we find out? Can we have the AB, please?
TD. TD has been continuously tackling waste mismanagement and works to shift the perception of waste within the hill community of Darjeeling. They have launched an initiative, Everyday Environmentalism, to introduce environmental concepts in simple terms and use the learning by doing method to make earth-friendly habits on an everyday basis. Over 100 practitioners and 500 children have been trained through short-term courses and one-day workshops. 20 schools have been onboarded for a year-long curriculum integration program, wherein the school children and teachers will collectively work towards making their schools zero waste over a period of 1 year. TD had successfully converted a dumping ground into a permaculture-based forest garden and continues to maintain it.
Can we hear it out loud for TD representatives, actual on-ground workers who've been making Darjeeling plastic-free, and the kind of passion that they bring to the table, it's amazing with the little resources that they have all the way from the northeast of the country.
Wanted to thank SABERA for giving us this opportunity. It goes a long way for our small communities in Darjeeling who don't get a platform outside of our little mountain communities. We're a little tiny town between Darjeeling and Kurshong. And Kundanda, who's here, it's the first time he's come on Delhi on a flight, and it's been a very important thing for him. He's been one of our members in the team who's been active for about 7 years. With us in all the zero waste Andolun movements, making sure that we can create a zero waste movement for our hill communities and tackle the waste crisis over there.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you so much. Let's have the next winner, please.
The Lay's Biochar Project, PepsiCo. PepsiCo drives the adoption of the regenerative farming practices across 7 million acres, improving the livelihoods of more than 2.5 lakh people in its agricultural supply chain, and sustainably sources 100% of its key ingredients. Stubble burning in Punjab released close to 7 million tons of greenhouse gases and particulate matter. To address this, PepsiCo Lay's Biochar has built a new design of earthen kiln for controlled stubble burning. The resultant biochar, a type of charcoal, is not only a sustainable answer to stubble burning, by reducing carbon emission by 30%, which increases yield by 10% and leads to reduced use of fertilizers by 30%.
Can we hear it out loud for PepsiCo Lay's Biochar project? A simple intervention, but goes a very, very long way, especially for residents of Delhi. As we, suffer the pollution, this is a simple, simple way of combating that. Congratulations, Amit. Would you want to say something?
First of all, thank you very much for this recognition. I think we've been partnering with you for many years, and I think for PepsiCo to win this is also a testament of the great work the teams have put together. This project is very, very close to my heart. We've been working with almost 27,000 farmers in India for the last, 20 years. And when we were starting this project, it was a very small prototype of sort, but I think the teams got together, we elevated the message. And given we all living in Delhi, NCR, we are all struggling with the problem of the AQIs at high levels. I think this is a small intervention which can actually, if put together, can make a difference. So very, very happy. And in fact, the Lay's Biochar project also won the Cannes Award this year, which was the biggest marketing award for us. And the fact that the brands got together with the corporate, and this is the purpose story of a brand, is also an icing on the cake for all of us. So thank you very much for this award and for this special gesture. Like he said, it also would be seen at the PepsiCo counter and would be there throughout. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Amit. And I know for a fact that Amit himself is an extremely passionate person, and with the kind of work, he brings his heart into it. So thank you for doing what you're doing. And of course, the Agni mission is, witness to all that the industry as well is doing, and hoping that there can be more collaborations and partnerships moving forward. Now we have the next category, and you are staying here only, for education. Let's find out who the shortlisted nominees are.
Shiksha, education. Initiatives include, but not limited to, encourage affordable primary and secondary education, skill development, disability sensitivity, eliminating gender disparity in education, and increasing scholarships.
Education is a very vast field, and while judging entries, we were particularly looking at new age initiatives that promoted STEM learning. Education understood as furthering understanding of a subject like a life-threatening disease, as well as digital literacy and the threats that come with wider adoption of digitalization. You'll see these and more featured in this year's shortlist and eventual winners.
All right, let's find out who the actual winners are.
Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer. Sanjeevani is a pioneer in the field of comprehensive cancer care. Cancerthi program demonstrates a high level of in-depth transforming underprivileged cancer patients into professional onco caregivers. The program creates a pool of trained caregivers addressing the critical need in the healthcare sector and contributes to a more holistic approach to cancer treatment. Close to 150 underprivileged cancer patients have been trained through the program, running successfully in 6 different hospitals. The graduates of the program have been placed in onco caregiving roles across the country.
Can we hear it out loud for Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer? They have been diligently doing this work across the length and breadth of this country, a very untapped area wherein, while you can be diagnosed with cancer, but the kind of toll it takes on the family, not only just in terms of monetary resources, but also mentally. And Sanjeevani has been doing, phenomenal job in supporting and making the caregivers themselves empowered to take care of cancer survivors. Thank you so much, Sanjeevani, for what you're doing. Thank you. We also have, like I said, there were enormous amount of entries and response this year. Every year we're growing in numbers, and you saw a lot of them shortlisted, but we do have a couple of more awards in the Shiksha category. Let's find out who the winner is.
Quick Heal Foundation. Quick Heal Foundation works in cybersecurity education and awareness. Cyber Shiksha for Cyber Suraksha program focuses on spreading cyber safety awareness among marginalized communities and in remote areas. The program raises awareness against cyber crimes, emphasizing on safe practices. The Earn and Learn program reaches schools nationwide, providing trainings to youth to become cyber security advocates. Over 37 lakh individuals across 11 states have benefited through this initiative, through online courses, street plays, and other interventions.
Can we hear it out loud for Quick Heal Foundation, addressing an extremely important aspect, as we also saw through the panel discussion in terms of digital safety. I think they have been addressing that through the Quick Heal Foundation. Could we have a loud round of applause and some celebratory music for them, please? We also have one more winner in the Shiksha category, again addressing a very critical thing. Let's find out who the winner is.
STEM learning. The mini science centers focus on making science accessible to all, including students from disadvantaged sections, like those in remote villages of North Sikkim, Nagaland, Manipur, and Uttarakhand, bringing exposure to scientific concepts. The program exposes students to various scientific disciplines and real-world applications of science, and in turn inspires students to pursue further education and a career in science. Over 2,500 government schools from 26 states and over 10.5 lakh students have benefited from STEM mini science centers so far.
Can we hear it out loud for STEM Learning Private Limited? In fact, they have a small table outside where they're showcasing the kind of work that they're doing in government schools to get science as a subject becoming more familiar and acceptable in students who are from the marginalized society. Thank you, STEM, for doing what you're doing. Thank you, Deepa. Thank you, Nikhil, for always being that source of support and inspiration for me. Thank you. God bless you. All right, we're moving on to the next couple subcategories, and to do the honors, may I invite on stage our esteemed jury member, Mr. Sanjay Prakash, Managing Director and CEO, SBI Foundation, and to join him, I'd also like to request our esteemed speaker for the evening, Ms. Apurva Rathore. Request you to please come up on stage. And let's find out who the shortlisted nominees are.
Sashaktikaran, enablement. Initiatives include, but are not limited to, supporting human rights, livelihood and inclusive world, community development, disaster relief, employment creation, entrepreneurship development, job creation, heritage conservation, rehabilitation, upgrading slum settlements and infrastructure.
Some of the entries were really unique. Some of the corporates have done some great work in the way they have actually gone about their projects. One of the projects where these young girls actually have come forward and inspired many more to actually reach there, and they are the unfortunate ones who the society looks down upon. But it's amazing work that they are doing and how they are actually changing lives, getting onto the global stage and getting recognized out there. This is the new India, the confidence that you get in the youngsters who do not look at their background, but go to build something bigger.
Absolutely, and no surprises there. We have a special jury commendation. Let's find out who that goes to.
Kranti. Kranti empowers girls from India's red light areas to become agents of social change. In Hindi, the word Kranti means revolution. According to Kranti, girls from underprivileged backgrounds are more valuable as change agents, not in spite, but precisely because of their background. An alternative education program called Kranti School emphasizes the development of the 5 C's: critical analysis, creative thinking, and communication skills, compassion, and leadership in the community. Kranti girls are currently studying in 15 different cities across the US, UK, and Europe and have received UN awards.
And you've already seen, you've borne witness to the kind of work that Kranti is doing. Robin, request you to please come up on stage. And Shraddha, you've done a phenomenal job in anchoring the show. And we definitely want to hear a few words from you, Robin. So these are the niche sectors not many people look at. People will focus on health and education, but such niche sectors that the country is actually focused on. Robin here.
I think that's a very simple answer, and I think that every single person in this room knows that we might be up here getting the awards or getting the recognition, but we're actually the ones who are doing the learning. And I have had the privilege of working with the most infamous people and sex workers of this country, and yet I have to say I am the most lucky student on this planet to learn so much from all the Kranti girls and from the women that society looks down upon. And I can't begin to explain what they've taught me. I just want to share one quick story about a woman who was trafficked when she was 9 or 10 years old. And another, a woman who was part of our organization passed away. And the girls always tell me that in the red light area, if you don't have family, the body's just tossed out on the street to be picked up like dead dogs. And so I remember calling this woman and she said to me, "Don't worry if somebody's died, I'll take care of everything." I promise I will sleep with as many people as I have to in order to pay for the cremation or burial of someone from this community. And I think we all think of ourselves as really generous and giving and social workers, but do we have courage and strength and resilience and generosity like that? So I consider myself the luckiest person to be doing this work. Thank you.
But I think, Robin, what you missed saying was, despite what you're doing and despite the people that you're working with who offer you that kind of inspiration, I think we as a society need to grow up and evolve, right? You've been evicted a 9th time from the house that you stay in, because as soon as people get to know that you're working with daughters of sex workers, they don't want you around you, right? And now you finally found a house in Himachal and you're building it from scratch with all the bricks and mortar and beds and furniture and all of that. Now you're literally struggling to put that together. But thank you, and I'm sure that you'll do a brilliant job, and hope to see you in Himachal. And I hope there are people here who can probably volunteer, support. Yeah, thank you. All right, moving on to our winners. Let's find out who the first winner is.
Dribble Academy Foundation. Dribble Academy Foundation believes that every child, regardless of their socio-economic background or gender, deserves the opportunity to develop essential life skills. They have conducted structured basketball programs by constructing basketball courts in abandoned parks and low-income schools, ensuring athletic and socio-economic development. From the over 1,000 children that have benefited, over 40 students were selected at a district level tournament, 13 at state level and 6 at the national level. 2 students have represented India at the Junior NBA World Championship in Orlando. 10 students have earned a full scholarship at prestigious universities, breaking the cycle of poverty in their families.
Can we hear it out loud for Pradyut Voleti, a young social leader who is doing phenomenal work simply through what he was good in. He was good in playing basketball, and all he did was, okay, let me start training the children around my society and give them an opportunity to channelize their energies. One more time. And we have one more winner in this particular category. Let's find out who the award winner is.
WNS. WNS's CSR arm, WNS Cares Foundation, has consistently worked to improve the lives of underprivileged children and youth through outreach programs designed for impact. It provides age-appropriate, interactive and engaging content that empowers children with the skills to safely navigate the digital realm. Its availability in 10 Indian languages guarantees accessibility for children from diverse linguistic backgrounds, accommodating up to 50,000 users simultaneously. CyberSmart has educated over 4 million children about cyber safety, equipping them with the knowledge to identify and report online threats. In the long term, its integration with educational institutions ensures that cyber safety education becomes a permanent fixture in the curriculum, impacting countless students over the years.
Can we hear it out loud for Team WNS? For the work that they're doing with children, and of course also in a very important and often neglected space of cybersecurity. We're now moving on to our next subcategory, which is that of Swasthya and Kalyan. Could we have the shortlisted nominees, please?
Swasthya Poshan or Kalyan, health, nutrition, and well-being. Initiatives can include but are not limited to preventing and reducing maternal, neonatal, communicable, non-communicable diseases, road accidents, chemical contamination, and substance abuse mortality. It also includes universal health coverage, access to sexual and reproductive health services, along with promoting R&D of medicines and vaccines. It also acknowledges initiatives that help end hunger and malnutrition.
All the initiatives done by grassroots organization and corporates are phenomenal. They are able to reach out to the community directly, and many initiatives are very innovative, and it is having a lot of scalability also. In fact, a lot of learnings also there, so other organization can easily adopt all the initiatives, and it is very pertinent, especially after the COVID situation. These kind of initiative are very good.
We have a jury commendation in this as well, a very inspiring story.
Bansi Vidya Memorial. When they learned that their then 5-year-old younger son had blood cancer, Arvind and Monica Vora were as shocked as any other parent would be. They didn't know at the time that this illness is curable. Since then, they have been working to bring about a significant change in the treatment and recovery of leukemia-affected children across India. This includes providing a bridge fund within the first 48 hours of information to ensure treatment, creating support groups, and reducing abandonment. From the first girl child supported to now, Leukemia Crusaders has supported over 3,000 children in close to 60 hospitals across the country in more than 19 locations. These include private trusts and government hospitals.
Can we hear it out loud for Bansi Vidya Memorial Trust as a jury commendation? And what I learned from them as well is that leukemia in children is almost 90% curable. It's because that they are not addressed at that age that it becomes incurable as you grow older. I think awareness is a key in this aspect. All right, now we have two winners, one below 5 CR and one above 5 CR. Let's find out who the award goes to.
Anugraha Drishtidan. Anugraha Drishtidan is a national NGO that has been working for the last 20 years in 23 states across India, including very remote and tribal, impoverished and underdeveloped areas, with a focus on eradication of blindness. As a part of the planning process for the cataract surgery and eye screening camps, they aim to raise public awareness of eye health issues. Over the last 2 decades, they have conducted close to 1,400 such camps and performed over 4.5 lakh OPD procedures, close to 75,000 cataract surgeries, distributed over 2.5 lakh near vision glasses, and administered medication to over 2 lakh patients free of cost.
Can we hear it out loud for Anugrah Drishtidan and Prateek Pathak for doing the phenomenal work of removing blindness from the hinterland of the country, because there is no access to cataract operations or even simple glasses, that it is leading to blindness in human beings. And that is something which is completely avoidable, and that's what Pratik and his organization are addressing. Thank you. All right, we do have one more winner in this particular category. Let's find out who the winner is.
Vedanta Medical Research. Situated in Naya Raipur, Balco Medical Center is a premier 170-bed, state-of-the-art oncology tertiary care hospital with a main goal of preventing cancer and diseases associated to it. BMC is dedicated to provide people in Chhattisgarh and surrounding states, including Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar, and Jharkhand, with an easy access to cutting-edge diagnostic and treatment services at a reasonable cost. To facilitate the treatment of the patient and accommodate the caregivers, BMC provides high-protein nutritional supplements, free stay and food services, along with free pickup and drop facilities at the nearest bus stand, railway station, or rest house.
Can we hear it out loud for Vedanta Medical Research Foundation? And you must also acknowledge that it is not just at the grassroots, but also at the large corporate level that people are actually serving the underserved. Of course, it's the area of operation in Chhattisgarh, but as we know, it's the least in terms of CSR spends. The Northeast as well is the least as far as CSR spends. So kudos for you to be doing the kind of work that you are doing. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, Apurva, for doing the honors. For the next set of awards, may I invite on stage Ms. Seema Ahuja, SVP Global Head and Communications, Corporate Brand Biocon. And to join her, may I also request Mr. Himanshu Chutani, Chief Manager, Amar Ujala, to give away the next set of awards. And the next subcategory is Krishi and Grameen Vikas. Could we have the shortlisted nominees, please?
Krishi or Grameen Vikas, agriculture and rural development. Initiatives can include but are not limited to promoting sustainable agriculture, improving capacities of small-scale farmers, investment in infrastructure and technology to improve agricultural productivity, improving livelihood for farmers and maintaining the genetic diversity of seeds, plants and animals.
We have decided to give more importance to the theme of the project, the intent behind the project, and of course, the impact that the